Yo guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how you can customize the texture on the Galaxy skin and change it to anything you want, which could include images, cool gradients, or anything in general. Now this will allow you to change anything on the skins, it will allow you to change anything on the pickaxes. They're all on one texture, so it's a really simple thing to change and it makes it easy to do, which is why it's a great thing to do. Now before I do start today's video, I do want to say if you are new to the channel, I do recommend you guys subscribing, since if you like this type of content, I will be posting more of it throughout these weeks. And another thing I do want to say is if you do need help with anything in today's video, make sure you do join the Discord server, which will be linked in the description. There's a lot of staff members and modding people in there in general who would like to help you. So let's get straight into today's video. So there are a few things you are going to need for today's video. The first one's going to be HXD. You're going to need Unreal Engine 4 and you're also going to need the game installed. Now it will help if you do have something like Photoshop or UModel, just because they do help you when making these things, so I'd recommend you downloading them too. So the download links will be in the description for everything. Now the first thing you are going to want to do is go ahead and find your packs files, which is normally located in your C drive, and mine's on my D drive because that's where I changed it to. You want to go ahead and open up UModel. I'll send a download link in the description for that. Once you do download it, you just want to go ahead and drag it inside of your packs folder. Once you are here, you want to click overwrite game detection, Unreal Engine 4, Unreal Engine 4.26, and click OK. Now it's going to ask you for an Aes Encryption key. Now if you want to go ahead and join my Discord server, if you go into bot command, you can do -AES and it will give you the most recent AES key. So from here we're going to go ahead and click OK, and now it's going to decrypt our pack files and we can go ahead and see it in folder view. Now what we're going to be looking for is the nebula texture, which all of the Galaxy components share. So what you want to do is go ahead and go to characters, you want to go to player, male, medium, bodies, make sure you go bodies not heads. And now you want to go look through here. Now the one you're going to be looking for is going to be m_med_soldier_04. So it's quite far down the scroll, so you can go down, and as you can see we have it here. So once you have found the skin, you want to go ahead and open it up and go to skins, and it's going to load a bunch more folders. Now there's going to be one named Galaxy. Inside of here you're going to have textures, and you're going to see one named T_FN_nebula. Now this is the main one you do want to change, so you want to go ahead and close out of this. You want to click export, put it to a folder you're aware of, click OK. And then you also want to go to tools, save selected packages. You can save it in the same place or somewhere different, click OK, and that is all you do need to do for UModels. You can go ahead and close out a UModel, and now we can continue with our next step. So now just in case you guys can't find a folder or you can use this UModel program, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to this in my Discord server. So if you go ahead and go to new downloads, there will be a link to this TGA and this UBook file. So now once you have got this, you're going to want to go ahead and right click and open it with your choice. I'm going to use Photoshop because it's easiest. Now you can use this in Paint, you can use anything, it works fine. I'm only going to be using it in Photoshop because it's an easy thing I can use to change it and put whatever I want on it. Now for this, I'm going to go ahead and do something pretty simple, and I'm just going to change the hue shift of it and maybe some of the saturation. Now like I said, you can put anything on this, including images, literally anything works. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the hue and saturation. I'm going to change it up a little bit, put the saturation up and colorize it, so it'll make everything one color. So as you can see, if we put the saturation up, we have ourselves a red skin here, so we can make a red Galaxy skin, we can make a green one, and this is the easiest and most simple thing you can do. If you guys have a little more experience with Photoshop, you can probably make a nice gradient for this and make it work a lot better, or you can just have it go in between multiple different colors like this. It's really up to you and what you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. You want to click File, you want to go to Save As. Now you want to go ahead and go down here and look for the one that says Targa. Once you click this, it's going to save. You can overwrite your old one, go ahead and click Replace, click OK, and now you can close Photoshop and you can make your way back. And as you can see, we do now have our custom one we have here. Now I'd recommend renaming this. I'm going to name it nebula_m for modded. Now we can continue from here and we're going to move on to the next step. So once you guys have got your texture, you want to go ahead and download Unreal Engine 4, which is in Epic Games. Now we're going to use this to cook it so we can turn it into a UBook file and swap it in game. I'm going to go ahead and open this and make a new project, and like I said, I'll be back with you once I have done that. So once you have created a project and Unreal Engine is open, you want to go ahead and grab your TGA, drag it into Unreal in the content part. It's going to import it. You want to go ahead and click Save All, Save Selected, go up to File, and then click Cook Content for Windows. What this is going to do is it's going to put anything inside of the project and cook it into a UBulk, which we can then use to change it in game, since that's the same way that Fortnite works, and that's the same way we can change textures. So we're going to go ahead and let this cook. This shouldn't take any longer than 30 seconds. If your PC is kind of slow, it may take a little bit longer. It really does depend, I guess, but I'm going to go ahead and let this do this. So once it has finished cooking, you want to go ahead and head to your documents, go over to Unreal Projects, My Project 4, or whatever your project name is, saved, cooked, and there's going to be a folder here named Windows No Editor. Now you want to go through and click Windows No Editor, Content, and then it should bring you to where it is. Now from there you're going to go ahead and have a file named t_fm_nebula_m, and you should see the original one and our modded one should be the exact same file size. Now if they're not the same file size, you're going to have to go back and try it again. Obviously it should work, but if it isn't, then clearly you might have done something wrong. Now from here we want to go ahead and use our next program, which is going to be HXD, which we will use to swap over our assets. Now I'm going to go ahead and quickly figure out what pack file this is inside. I'm going to use fmodel for that. Now I will put this in the Discord as well, and I will tell you guys shortly when I do figure it out. So inside of HXD, you want to go ahead and click open, and you want to go back to your packs folder again, and you're going to look for one that's named packchunk10-windows client. Now we can open this up, and we can go ahead and also drag in our 2 UBlock files and find our original one. Now we want to copy a few down. I'm probably going to go about 40. You don't need to really do this, but I find it the best so you do find the right one. Now you want to go inside of your pack file, Control F, change it to hex values and paste in your hex values that you've just copied and click OK. Now this is going to go ahead and search your pack file. Now once that has found our asset, we want to go ahead and scroll up. You want to click the first one that is selected, so it'll be 00 here. You want to go back and click Control A, Control E, and now you want to copy the hexadecimal length. So we're going to copy this, we're going to head back, click Control E again and paste it in, and as you can see it's going to select everything and it should end perfectly and there shouldn't be any like characters going over. Now from here we can go to our modded one, click Control A, Control C, and overwrite it and paste it. Now if it does come up saying about file size changes, don't click continue because that will just crash your game, and if your game crashes then you know why. So everything has worked correctly, so we can go ahead and click save, we're going to cancel and click OK, and now we can start our game up and take a look if it did work. So as you can see, the custom texture we did make has worked correctly. As you can see, it does work on this skin, it works on the glider, on the trail, on the back bling, and it's a really cool thing knowing that it works on every texture correctly. Now sadly this does not work in game, so we can't really do a lot with it. However, it's a pretty cool thing to look at, and you can make some cool things to show your friends and show off in general. Now the last thing I do want to say before I end today's video, if you do want to check out the new site I've been working on, you can go ahead and go there. Any skin that you did make today, you can go ahead and upload on the site. There's a bunch on there already. And apart from that one guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It does help me out. And apart from that one, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out guys.